The process of catching king crab at sea by American fishermen using cage traps is a very popular and interesting fishing activity, especially in the Alaskan waters. This is one of the highly dangerous jobs, but it brings in significant profits. Here are the basic steps in the process of catching king crab on modern fishing vessels. Fishermen use large crab pots, each weighing from 300 to 500 kilograms and large enough to hold many crabs. These cages are usually made of steel frames covered with sturdy metal mesh. In addition, the traps are also attached with anchors and buoys for easy retrieval. Modern fishing vessels are often large in size and equipped with positioning equipment, radar, and mechanical systems to support the dropping and pulling of traps. The ships will go far out to sea, usually in the Alaskan waters, where there are many king crabs. Fishermen drop the traps into deep water where king crabs often live. The bait used in the cages is usually fish or other marine life to attract the crabs. The cages are marked with buoys for easy identification and retrieval. After releasing the cages, the fisherman must wait a period of time, usually 12 to 24 hours, for the crabs to crawl into the cages. This is a stressful time because the weather conditions in the cold and harsh waters of Alaska can become dangerous at any time. When it is time to harvest, the fishermen use a pot hauler to pull the crab cages from the sea onto the boat. This step requires a lot of skill and care because the cages are very heavy and can easily cause injury. Once the crab cages are brought onto the boat, the fishermen will sort the crabs, keeping only the king crabs that meet the required size and quality. Small or substandard crabs will be released back into the sea. The crabs are then stored in cold storage or temperature-controlled seawater tanks to keep the crabs fresh. Once the planned number of crabs has been caught, the boat returns to port to process or export the crabs. This process is done quickly to ensure that the crabs remain fresh. Danger and income. King crab fishing is considered one of the most dangerous jobs in the world due to harsh working conditions, freezing weather, and unpredictable ocean conditions. However, the income from this job is very attractive, especially during successful crab fishing seasons. King crab fishing requires a smooth coordination between humans and machines, along with the skills and patience of the fishermen, to ensure that king crab resources are not overexploited. The US government, through agencies such as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, has issued many strict regulations on fishing. Each crab fishing season only lasts for a certain period of time and has a specific catch limit, quota. These regulations include crab size limits. Only crabs that have reached a minimum size, usually adult males, can be caught. Females and small crabs must be released back into the sea to maintain reproductive capacity and restore the population. Boats and trap limits. Each vessel can only use a fixed number of traps and must comply with strict quotas on the number of crabs caught. Fishing areas. There are protected areas where king crabs are not allowed to be harvested to ensure that their natural habitat is not damaged. Technology has played an increasingly important role in the king crab fishing industry. Modern fishing vessels are equipped with many advanced technologies to optimize efficiency and safety. GPS and radar positioning systems help vessels easily locate traps and detect adverse weather conditions to adjust their routes in time. Environmental sensors help fishermen monitor water temperature and depth, which can help them locate king crabs more easily. Supporting machinery, large vessels are often equipped with modern machinery such as cranes, cage pullers, and automated crab sorting lines, which help reduce manual labor and increase fishing efficiency. King crab fishing is not only a skilled job, but also potentially dangerous, especially in the cold waters of Alaska. Some typical challenges and hazards include rough seas and extreme weather, high winds, high waves, and ice are common factors that threaten the safety of the vessel and crew. Workplace accidents, heavy traps, cables, and mechanical equipment can cause serious accidents such as collisions, falls, and being caught in machinery. Mental stress. Working under harsh conditions and time pressure can cause great mental stress for fishermen. They have to stay up late and work continuously for hours and face the risk of losing income if fishing conditions are not favorable. King crab is a high-end seafood with great economic value in the global market. King crab meat, especially red king crab, is popular in luxury restaurants and exported to many countries. King crab prices can be very high, depending on the season, supply, and crab size. US and international markets. Major ports in Alaska such as Dutch Harbor are where fishing vessels gather to bring crabs for processing. Preservation and distribution to the market. Alaskan king crab is famous worldwide, especially in Asian countries such as Japan and Korea. Local economic impact. King crab fishing is an important source of income for many coastal Alaska communities. From fishermen to related industries such as processing and transportation, the king crab fishery will continue to play an important role in the U.S. marine economy. But it also faces challenges from climate change and changes to the marine ecosystem. Rising ocean temperatures can impact king crab habitat, and sustainable management of this resource is essential to safeguarding the fishery for the future. Salmon fishing, especially in coastal areas such as Alaska, is an important and widespread activity that contributes greatly to the U.S. fisheries economy. In particular, the trawling method is a traditional but very effective technique for catching salmon, a fish with high commercial value and rich in nutrients. This method requires high skills and coordination between members of the crew. Salmon fishing vessels used in the trawling method are usually medium and large-sized fishing vessels, equipped with advanced technologies to support effective net dropping and pulling. Trawl net. This is a large net with a wide opening to collect fish as the vessel moves. The net is pulled behind the vessel as the vessel moves through salmon-infested waters. Fish navigation and sensing equipment. Modern fishing vessels are often equipped with sonar and radar systems to detect salmon schools in the water, helping to optimize the location of the net drop. Once the equipment is ready, the boat will move to areas with a lot of salmon, usually near river mouths where salmon migrate to spawn. Casting net. The boat will move slowly and drop a trawl net into the water. The trawl net has a wide mouth and is designed to hold the fish while the boat pulls the net through the salmon. Towing. Once the net is cast, the boat will move at a steady speed so that the net can catch the salmon. The speed of the towing must be carefully adjusted to avoid damaging the net or losing fish. Retrieving the net. After a certain period of time, usually 30 minutes to several hours. The net will be retrieved using a winch. The salmon will be collected into a part of the net, often called a net bag. Once the net is pulled up, the salmon will be sorted on board. The fish that meet the required size will be kept, while the small or substandard fish will be released back into the sea. Once sorted, the salmon are stored in cold storage or ice boxes to maintain their freshness during the journey back to port. Although trawling for salmon may seem like a more relaxed approach to catching king crabs, it is also fraught with dangers, especially in rough sea conditions. Some of the risks include high waves and rough seas. The waters where salmon live often have unstable weather conditions. High waves can be dangerous when handling the net or hauling it onto the boat. Net problems. Trawls are prone to getting caught on rocks or coral reefs on the seabed, causing damage that requires time to repair. This can slow down the catch or result in significant losses. Time pressure. Salmon are migratory, and fishing is highly seasonal. This puts a lot of pressure on fishermen, forcing them to work long hours to maximize their catch in a short period of time. Like king crab, salmon stocks are also closely managed to avoid overfishing. Regulatory agencies such as NOAA set seasonal regulations and catch limits for each fishing area. This includes vessel and net limits. Only a certain number of vessels are licensed to catch salmon during a particular season. Fish quality control. Salmon caught must be of a required size and quality to ensure the sustainability of salmon stocks. Environmental conservation regulations. There are protected areas where salmon fishing is prohibited to maintain marine ecosystems and avoid harming wild salmon populations. 6. Markets and economic value. Salmon, especially species such as sockeye and Chinook salmon, are highly valued commodities in the international market. Alaskan salmon is known for its high quality and is widely consumed in the United States, Japan, and many European countries. Salmon products. Salmon are processed into a variety of products, from fresh, frozen, to smoked or canned. Each product has a different economic value and serves a variety of markets. Local economic impact. Salmon fishing is a major source of income for many coastal communities in Alaska, providing jobs for fishermen and related industries such as seafood processing and transportation. The salmon trawl fishery has the potential to be sustainable if properly managed. However, the industry also faces challenges from climate change, changes in the marine ecosystem, and pressures from overexploitation of marine resources. Governments and regulatory organizations need to continue to introduce stricter regulations to protect salmon resources, while encouraging technological solutions to improve efficiency and minimize negative impacts on the environment. In recent years, technological developments have made trawl fishing for salmon safe and more efficient. Modern fishing. fishing vessels not only rely on the experience and intuition of fishermen but also utilize technology to optimize the fishing process. Sonar and fish detection systems. Modern salmon fishing vessels are equipped with advanced sonar and fish detection radar systems, which help fishermen detect schools of salmon under the water surface more easily. This helps increase fishing productivity without having to cast nets multiple times, thereby minimizing damage to the marine environment. GPS positioning system. GPS helps fishing vessels easily find and mark areas with a lot of salmon, while helping them avoid prohibited fishing areas or areas at risk of getting their nets tangled on the seabed. Automation. Many vessels are now equipped with automated machinery, from casting nets, pulling nets to sorting and preserving fish. These systems help reduce labor, increase efficiency and limit the risk of work accidents. Preservation technology. In addition to catching, preserving salmon is also very important to keep the quality of the fish fresh until it reaches port. Modern vessels are often equipped with onboard rapid cooling or freezing systems to keep salmon in the best condition. Salmon fishing, especially the trawling method, can have negative impacts on the environment if not properly managed. Some environmental issues include unwanted entanglement during the trawling process. Not only salmon but also other creatures such as small fish, sea turtles or invertebrates can be entangled in the net, causing harm to the marine ecosystem. Impact on the seabed. Trawling on the seabed can disturb the bottom structure, affecting the species living there. If not strictly managed, this can lead to a decrease in biodiversity and the destruction of the marine ecosystem. Climate change. Salmon are very sensitive to sea temperatures. Global warming and climate change can affect salmon habitats and spawning seasons, reducing catches and affecting the industry. To reduce negative impacts on the environment and protect salmon populations, many sustainable initiatives have been implemented in the salmon fishing industry. Selective fishing. New technology allows fishing vessels to sort fish while they are still in the water, reducing the risk of catching other species by mistake. This helps protect non-target species and maintain biodiversity. Aquaculture. In addition to catching wild salmon, developing salmon farms is a solution to reduce pressure on wild salmon populations. These farms provide large and stable quantities of salmon, reducing the need to harvest wild salmon. Seasonal management. Seasonal regulations and catch limits help control the amount of salmon that can be harvested in a year, ensuring that wild salmon populations have enough time to recover after each spawning season. Sustainability certification. Many seafood producers and businesses have joined sustainability certification programs, such as the Marine Stewardship Council (MSC) Sustainable Seafood Certification Program. These certified products ensure that salmon are caught in a way that does not harm the environment and ensures long-term sustainability. 11. The future of salmon fishing. The future of salmon fishing will depend on its ability to adapt to climate change and how marine resources are managed. If sustainability initiatives are implemented effectively, the industry can continue to thrive while protecting the marine environment and wild salmon populations. However, fishermen and related businesses need to prepare for new challenges. From climate change to stricter regulations on fisheries management, technology will continue to play a key role in optimizing fishing performance and protecting the environment. Furthermore, coordination between governments, NGOs and industry will be needed to ensure that salmon and other fisheries are managed sustainably for future generations. 12. Conclusion. Salmon trawling is one of the most effective methods of exploiting this valuable resource. But it requires careful management and technology to ensure sustainability. From developing modern fish detection technologies to protecting marine ecosystems, the industry is evolving to adapt to new challenges and move towards a more sustainable future. An indispensable factor in the sustainable development of salmon fisheries is the participation of fishing communities. They are not only directly involved in fishing, but also play an important role in protecting and managing salmon resources through community activities and cooperation with governments, conservation organizations, and researchers working with management agencies. Many fishing communities have worked with management agencies to ensure that salmon fishing is conducted in a sustainable and responsible manner. They participate in monitoring and reporting on the status of salmon stocks and comply with regulations on seasons and catches. Sharing experiences, fishers' experience in observing and understanding salmon migration and spawning behavior is invaluable. This knowledge is often shared with researchers and managers to develop more effective conservation strategies. Education and awareness. Many fishers also participate in community education programs, which help raise awareness about the importance of protecting the marine environment and exploiting resources sustainably. Through these programs, the younger generation of fishers is equipped with knowledge and awareness about maintaining salmon stocks for the future. In addition to wild salmon fishing, salmon farming has grown rapidly and become an important solution to reduce pressure on wild salmon populations. Salmon farming provides a stable supply of salmon to the market, while helping to reduce overfishing. Stable supply farming helps ensure that the supply of salmon is not interrupted by seasonal fluctuations or environmental factors that affect wild salmon populations. Reducing pressure on wild salmon farming helps reduce the need to exploit wild salmon, contributing to the conservation and regeneration of wild populations. Quality control. In a farmed environment, it is easier to control the quality of salmon, from the farming, care to processing, helping salmon meet high food safety and market quality standards. Challenges of salmon farming. Environmental pollution. Salmon farms, if not managed properly, can cause water pollution and impact the surrounding environment. Fish waste and uneaten feed can degrade water quality, affecting marine ecosystems. Disease transmission. Fish raised in farmed environments are at high risk of disease and parasites. If left unchecked, these diseases can spread to wild salmon, severely impacting wild populations. Antibiotic and chemical use. Some salmon farms use antibiotics and chemicals to control disease, which can lead to antibiotic resistance. And harm consumers. The future of salmon fishing and aquaculture is facing many opportunities and challenges. To ensure that this resource continues to provide food and economic benefits over the long term, close collaboration between fishermen, scientists, governments and businesses is needed to develop sustainable strategies. Technology adoption, continue to develop advanced technologies for managing and monitoring salmon resources. From underwater biomonitoring systems, environmental sensors to artificial intelligence, AI, to predict and optimize fishing processes. Green transition, salmon fishing and aquaculture need to reduce their environmental impact. Move towards renewable energy, reduce waste and promote cleaner production methods. Conservation and regeneration, strengthening wild